He's like obsessed with this picture. He is obsessed with this picture. I actually feel kind of bad about this because I actually quite like this guy when I saw the drama happening in terms of like, I thought we got wrong. No, bro. No. Look at this.
And you're still gonna know who I am. 2012, 2024, and you're gonna know me at 2036. In 24 years, you're still gonna know me unless God gives me cancer. Shout out Boogie. Now what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't matter. Have a good day.
You know or don't know, I'll just quickly explain. FroggyFresh, TurkeyTom, what is going on? Well, just to kind of summarize quickly, a little while ago there was Creator Clash 2. And as part of Creator Clash 2, FroggyFresh, who is like an old school YouTuber, was invited to be a fighter. Now, due to a number of kind of proposed reasons, FroggyFresh ended up getting kicked out of the fight. Without going into all the ins and outs of it, that's what happened. And many people thought that it was unfair. So a lot of people, particularly like people from the commentary community, or people like Keemstar, creators like that, drama creators, you know, a lot of them kind of came out and said this is wrong. There was even a Twitter space, I think, where FroggyFresh came on and said his piece about what had happened, and there was like debates and stuff that occurred. But in any case, the long story short is he was wronged, and a lot of people came forward to speak out for him and say that he was wronged, right? You know, there's lots of material and videos about it you can go and watch if you want to see what the situation is. Anyway, moving on to more recently, FroggyFresh didn't really capitalize on the attention that he got, but he kind of went back to doing what he was doing. He's got like a channel now with his real name where he uploads videos, but he doesn't really get the same viewership that he did before. He gets pretty decent viewership. He gets like 50, 60k views a video. Some videos like 300, 400k. But the reality of it is, it's very much like, you know, YouTubers of old who were very popular in their day, you know, not being as popular anymore and kind of falling off, essentially, is what people call it, right? It's no big deal. Nothing to worry about. It happens. You know, some people stay around for longer than others. Some people fall off. Other people are around for years. It's not that big a deal. It's not that crazy. It's just the way it goes, you know? And I think Creator Clash was a moment where he had a lot more attention on him again, and people were kind of talking about him and stuff, but he didn't really seem to capitalize on it to move forward from there and do anything. Anyway, that's the kind of long story short of how we got to where we are now. Now, this drama starts off the back of FroggyFresh. I spoke about this yesterday, but I'll throw it up again to paint the full picture. So FroggyFresh yesterday, seemingly out of nowhere, tweeted this. Why did Anon Bird, TurkeyTom, restrict my account on Instagram? Remember when Tom liked me so much he was going to boycott Creator Clash? So this looks like it's not even anything to do with FroggyFresh. It's just a random photo that Tom has put onto social media, right? You remember when you sucked my dick so good with that Creator Clash sign? Then now you're on the bro, that is... You sucked my dick so good with that Creator Clash sign. I think FroggyFresh was under the impression that people defending him and speaking up for him meant they'd form some sort of eternal friendship and they could never say anything negative about them in the future. You're not even the videos. It's like, the sign, dude. The sign. The sign. Remember the sign? Right. Anyway, then now you're on the internet calling me irrelevant, you weird ass. Nobody is going to know who you are in 10 years. Watch and remember what I said. So Tom responded, I don't know what you're going through, but I probably made a very passive comment. It's not that serious, dog. He then responded further, dude, shut the fuck up. You know what you said, you idiot. Don't hold my sign up and have my dick that far down your throat and then come out calling me irrelevant on your silly commentary videos. You'll be obscure in 10 years or less. You're young and you just don't understand how replaceable you are yet. You literally text to voice Kiwi Farms for a living, you loser. And Tom says, lol, okay, take it easy. Now, it is true that Turkey Tom, I mean, you know, it's obviously a sort of harsh characterization, I guess you could say. But it is true that Turkey Tom does use Kiwi Farms for research, from what I understand. And, you know, so I understand where this kind of criticism, if you like, is coming from. But, like, does Tom really care about this? I said this yesterday when I looked at this. But Tom is making, like, insane money with all of his channels, pumping out content. I don't know if this is really going to bother Tom. I think he's trying to, like, insult him. But I don't know if this is... I don't know. I can't speak for Tom. Maybe Tom is deeply upset and hurt by this. But this just comes across as someone desperately trying to grasp onto something to insult someone with because they're upset. That's what it comes across like. So anyway, these were the comments that started all of this.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the super chat. So Nicholas Diorio asked, what exactly did Tom say about you? So prepare yourselves, guys. This is the clip that FroggyFresh shared that caused him this level of upset.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
After seeing this go down, I just kinda got the impression that Froggy is
Thank you
insecure
for the
about how
$5.
famous he is.
See pre-boxing stuff. I mean, is nobody? I don't want to insult him and call him a nobody, but he wasn't someone who was pulling major views, right? I think you can say that with confidence. He wasn't like a...
Wait, what was the start of this?
See pre-boxing stuff. I mean, is nobody? I don't want to insult him and call him a nobody, but he wasn't someone who was pulling major views, right? I think you can say that with confidence. He wasn't like a huge name to get. He was a name. People recognize the name a little bit from the olden days. So it wasn't like, you know, getting like Gideon or something like that, right? Chris Raygun, and then also picking FroggyFresh, who, like, once again was really relevant like 7 to 10 years ago, but is not really relevant now. They weren't the biggest names, certainly not even the biggest names they could get. So I'm curious why those are the people they chose.
So my basic dude, this is like the second time in as many days I'm watching a clip of Tom, right? And I'm like, what is the context of this? What exactly is being talked about here? My guess on what I've seen, well, I say my guess, I've seen people talk about this too. I think it's to do with it. It's like almost like a criticism of Creator Clash. I'm pretty sure that he's saying that FroggyFresh is not like the kind of, like, he's as he said, not relevant anymore, and putting him as like the face of your fight is not like a good business move, because he's not like a big name, like, as he says, Gideon. Gideon is someone who is well known at this point, makes videos, makes content still. And that's the comparison that's being made. I mean, fundamentally, there's literally nothing really wrong with what Tom has said. He's just pointing out, I think fairly incorrectly, that he's not relevant anymore. He even said he didn't want to, like, insult him. He wasn't doing it in like an insulting way. You know, I mean, if you wanted to insult someone, you would say stuff like, you know, that, you know, you would say, you fell off, bitch. Look at your views. You fucking... Who even are you anymore? No one knows who you are. Da, 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 da. That's how you go about insulting them. That doesn't replace the fact that Tom was being rude. Oh my God, dude. People with your mentality are such cancerous retards. It's unbearable, right? It's like, you can't say anything then. You're never allowed to say anything about someone, even if it's true, because it might be mean. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Come on. You're being rude. Yeah, sometimes the truth hurts. And Tom said it in like the softest possible way in order to make it clear he's not trying to insult him. He's just pointing out what is a fairly reasonable perspective, you know? In any case, this is one of those moments where this kind of comment is generally best off just ignored. Really, even if you're upset by it, you're just going to look like a total spurg if you start banging on about it. But unfortunately, I think this sucks. I think FroggyFresh seems like a good dude. I do think he got fucked over in Creator Clash. And it sucks to see him kind of spiral out of control like this. I mean, it's just crazy behavior and it's totally unnecessary. And look, people have got like, people have got like the fucking softest gloves on trying to handle this dude and respond to him. Nicholas says here, honestly, dude, I think you're taking this to heart and it doesn't sound like he was even trying to insult you. Facts, right? And then FroggyFresh responds, I wasn't trying to insult him either. Looks like we both made accidents. Oh my God, that's rough, man. Ooh. So this is kind of giving the game away here that FroggyFresh is like deeply upset by this and he's trying to find a way to put that onto TurkeyTom by coming up with an insult that's going to upset him, right? Just, it's kind of... Small guy syndrome. Well, yeah. Like, none of this is a big deal. None of this matters. So TurkeyTom, in the... I want to say a slur, but I don't. I can't say it just in case. The F slur end, the cigarette end in the cigarette end of one of his streams, makes a throwaway comment about you being irrelevant to make a broader point, and you act like this about it. It's totally unhinged. It's totally unhinged behavior. I mean, just to give you an idea of how unhinged this guy is over this, right? Even if you wanted to respond to this, this would be, absolute most, one tweet, I think. One tweet, maybe two tweets to clarify if you really wanted to respond. Unfortunately, FroggyFresh, I guess, saw it differently. And, yeah. He's been, like, spurging out. Dude. Oh, my God, bro. Just responding to all these fucking... No! He's just... No, dude! He's got the gene! The gene has been unlocked. He's responding to people with 174 followers and getting 48 views on his tweet. Oh my God. Obviously, we're going to go over some of this stuff. Jesus Christ, dude. No. Hey, Codex Machina. They're a chatter, I think. Alakiri is talking to Salvo. You might be on the spectrum. Well, yeah. Also, another thing you'll note as well that's quite funny about this is another aspect of the kind of gene coming through. He's like obsessed with this picture. He is obsessed with this fucking picture. I'm pretty sure he even put it in his video just then. I think he put that in there. He's obsessed with this image. It's like he's got this hyperfixation on the idea this image proves something. And he just keeps posting
like
it, dude.
Slur and posting your L's. Smart, everyone else is wrong and I am clearly right. Yup, Lolco cycle continues.
Thank you for the super chats. I actually feel kind of bad about this because I actually quite like this guy when I saw the drama happening in terms of like, I thought we got wronged. And it was cool to see him like training with Sam Hyde and stuff like that. But now he's like just spurging out, for a few hours, like posting. How many times has he posted this fucking picture, dude? Hi, Froggy. Tom was also cuckolded by fellow commentator Lyrics. Nicholas Diorio. Dude, the detractors. The commentary detractors are trying to get in with him. I'm so lost, I'm not part of this world. Dude, that's so funny. That's hilarious. I'll never give up. Oh, then we get to this stuff. I mean, I'll just show you, scroll down, you see it all. Responding to so many fucking people. Dude, it just keeps going. He was going for like hours. Jesus Christ. You're the one acting like a fan, crashing out over your favorite YouTube. Dude, how many times did he post this fucking picture, bro? Come on, Froggy. One more tweet. Just one more tweet and everyone's going to see your side of it. Dude, it's crazy how much he was on Twitter talking about this. Still going. Still going. Still going. Dude, how long was he going for, bro? Arguing with fucking random shitters on Twitter for fucking 16 hours. Or maybe what, 12 hours? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh boy. Anyway, there we go. I guess that's the start of it, more or less. Yeah, that's tragic. Okay. Oh yeah, I was actually. It's funny you say that because I was thinking, doesn't it show up? Doesn't it show up with like a little preview of what they've been posting? But no, we can do this. No, bro. No. Look at this, dude. Dude. What the fuck, bro? He posted it so much. You could literally just do that, and it's his entire media tab if you look at a certain point. This is like crazed behavior. Honestly, does he have any known mental illnesses or something? This is the behavior of someone who's like deranged, like they got some sort of mental issue. Jesus Christ, dude. Like hyperfixation or something. So anyway, I picked out just a couple of comments to give you an idea of where he is, And then we'll look at Tom's response here. And then we'll figure it out, okay? So the Odyssey here, 200 followers, by the way. So just a random Twitter account. You're not a relevant creator, though. When you were announced for Creator Clash, you were considered an old school YouTuber by most.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Tom Butt broke FroggyFresh. Now
Thank you for the super chat. The Krispy Kreme guy. Tom and others saw you getting kicked off the card as unfair and fought for you, not because you were irrelevant. Which is, a pretty fair assessment. You, nor Tom, nor me decide who is relevant. That is subjective. This is so cringe. Like, my TikTok audience right now is all saying, who the fuck is TurkeyTom? Dude, no! Why is he doing this? Yeah, well, my audience don't even know who you are. I am relevant, actually. I'm really fucking relevant. My TikTok audience knows who I am. Oh, this is so bad. It's like he doesn't get it. He doesn't get how absurd he looks. And he just thinks if he keeps fighting, eventually he'll just turn out to be correct. Just like how Tom's audience is saying they don't know me, we have no crossover, and this is his primary social media medium, not mine. I have a large, very loyal fan base that has stuck with me for almost 13 years. And it continues to grow, and I'm blessed and love them. You all live in the YouTube, Twitter drama sphere. You don't see the other platforms or creators and what they're doing to make that judgment. So I think the other aspect to this, beyond some sort of mental illness, is he's clearly extremely sensitive about this topic. And it just so happens that Tom has kind of stepped on a landmine, and the landmine is FroggyFresh's ego, right? He's very insecure, very egotistical, and he clearly can't hack the fact that it is just the case that he's not as relevant as he used to be. He's not the big creator that he used to be, and he's resigned to coping about TikTok followership to prove he's still relevant. Dude, it's just so wacky to me. I'm not, I don't consider myself, like, relevant. I'm just a shitter that says my shit on the internet, and that's it. Like, if someone said, you're irrelevant, I don't know. I'd just be like, okay, sure. I don't know why he's getting so het up about it, dude. Yeah, of course. I wouldn't be like, I've actually got loads of viewers, so I am relevant. I just be like, okay, yeah. We're having a good time. We're having a laugh over here. We're having a bloody good laugh. Anyway, so you can see his kind of mindset here. Pretty bad. Pretty dicey stuff. And then, dude, this next part is fucking insane, bro. No one on YouTube matters. This website is a slop dump. Having an ego around it is dumb. Correct. As a man, I actually care about my career. Maybe you don't. Every person has an ego. If you say you don't, you're lying. It's also not a slop dump. Maybe that's just all you consume, so you should readjust your algorithm and you'll see some incredibly talented and unique people. I don't know, man. Just seems like you took it too personal. It's okay to be irrelevant. It's not even an insult. Bro was just confused about Ian's marketing strats about using smaller, lesser-known creators, which makes sense. It's the way he flipped on me that hurts the most. So now we start to see what's happening here and why this image is getting used so much. He thought that this photo was proof of some sort of like unending bond and friendship that could never be broken. When all it was is Tom partly making content and partly doing something because he thought it was the right thing to do. But he's literally looking at this like, yeah, man, we're such buds, aren't we? Oh, no. What even is this anyway? We went to Creator Clash and protested. Is that what it is? But wasn't Tom always critical of the business strat of the fighters in Creator Clash 2, including you? I don't think he had any personal problems with any of them. Just from a business standpoint, it made no sense to him. I don't know if it really is a switch up, if that's how he always felt. You don't, dude. You don't understand what it's like when you have a fan who turns on you. Like that is emotionally painful. Dude. This is an utterly catastrophic crash out from this guy. Just L after L after L. It is unbelievable how hard this guy is crashing out here. Tom was like someone I really looked up to, so it hurt really bad when he switched up. It just ain't that deep, dude. I'm sure that Tom, before this happened, probably had like positive feelings about you. He was just describing his perception of reality, which I happen to agree with, about the relevancy of him. Oof, that's rough. Anyway, we'll get to his video in just a sec. It's only short. Okay? But Tom responded as follows. I didn't hide your comments, so I don't know why you think that. All I did was unfollow you on the gram. What I said was pretty tame, and if anything, it was a criticism of iDubbbz, not you. I don't know why me passively saying you were not relevant has you so mad. Look at those gorilla cheeks, eh? Anyway. So, the dynamic here, right, is Tom has made a throwaway comment, which is not that big a deal. FroggyFresh has spurged out and responded extremely dramatically, posting multiple tweets, coping and seething, as they say. And all Tom has done now is just responded with this. And FroggyFresh has just continued to spurg out on Twitter over the course of the night. It is funny. I do find it funny. I just feel like, God, what happened to this dude? And there's Icarus Bath. All right, maybe iDubbbz made the right decision. Little bro is a little schizo. And he's responding to Icarus Bath. I have a problem with people like iDubbbz and TurkeyTom. They act the same. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, this is hard to watch. This is a rough watch. He then posted a video. Oh no, dude. I've not watched this yet. I watched the first 10 seconds. Dude. This is just an honest evaluation. Don't get sensitive. So I think what's happening here is he doesn't seem to understand that TurkeyTom was not trying to insult him, was not trying to have a go at him. He was genuinely just giving his honest perspective on something and tried to do it in a way that didn't upset him.
Okay,
right?
That's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I haven't
Thank you for the
seen anything
$5.
from Froggy since Creator Clash TBH. Lol.
Thank you. So FroggyFresh has heard that, and he's trying to twist it round, and he's trying to do this thing where he's like, I'm going to say the most insulting thing I can think of about you. Don't be sensitive, though. He's not understanding what's happening here. Like, what is it? Does he genuinely think that TurkeyTom was genuinely trying to insult him and upset him? And TurkeyTom is lying about that? Oh, my God. Okay. Let's have a listen.
What's up, you guys? It's Krispy Kreme. Now, TurkeyTom said that I wasn't relevant anymore, and that hurt my feelings because it's true. But this is the thing. If you gonna call me what I am, then I'm gonna call you what you are. TurkeyTom, all you are is somebody who hires some other people to get data off Kiwi farms, compile it, other people doing all the work, all the research, and you just having people come in and get all the gossip, and you're damn in your 20s, you got people like, here's the tea, Tom, here's the tea, and you're going around and acting like, let's see how good I can ride the fence and offend nobody and pick both sides and be friends with everyone, but nobody's going to even know who you are in 10 years or less, dude. You think anybody's going to be sitting with their kids and be like,
I mean, he's not wrong. You know, let's be real for a second, okay? He's got a point. He is right. He is describing TurkeyTom perfectly. The problem is I don't think TurkeyTom cares about this shit. If you insult, like, TurkeyTom has like casually said something and deeply hurt this dude, has like fundamentally fucked him at a real central point of his ego. But he's responding with stuff that I just don't think that Tom is going to care about. I can't imagine Tom is going to sit here seething about this. I don't know. I don't know Tom as well as, I've not spoken to Tom, say, as much as I've spoken to Nicholas, for example. I don't know him on like any sort of meaningful level in that respect. But I just don't think Tom cares. I don't think Tom is sat here like, oh, I hope no one points out that I'm basically a content farm at this point, you know? Dude, like, my understanding is his perspective is just make videos, make money, end of conversation. And that's the long and the short of it, you know? Like, he's running a business. Yeah, exactly. Also, he does, someone mentioned this earlier. He does do, like, live streams, right? Whilst, obviously, he may have people researching his live streams. He's given his real takes there. And funnily enough, he's talking about the kind of fence-sitting aspect. It's like TurkeyTom has just been involved in some stupid drama that kicked off because he had a very strong take on something, the cheating stuff, right? So, I don't know. I don't really see the fence-sitting thing necessarily. I think he tries to do a kind of, he tries to do like a reasonable, unbiased perspective of his videos, but on his streams he gives his takes quite strongly, does he not? Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yes, exactly. It's almost like he's talking to Moist Critical. It's almost like he's addressing this to Moist Critical. He's acting like TurkeyTom is like Moist Critical, and I just don't think that is really the right comparison to make, you know? So yeah, it's like one of those situations where someone is so desperately trying to insult someone, but the things that they're coming up with are like, is he going to care about that? I don't think he does. I don't think he's going to be deeply hurt by you pointing this stuff out.
Do you remember the time Turkey Tom talked about Tipster? Do you think anybody's going to get together on Christmas and remember? Do you remember that Melted Leafy, who used to talk about how what Chris Chan did this weekend and not even make it funny? Listen, if you're going to call me irrelevant, I'm going to cut you right to the core. I'm going to let you know nobody's going to know you in 10 years or less. And you're still going to know who I am. 2012, 2024, and you're going to know me at 2036. In 24 years, you're still going to know me unless God gives me cancer. Shout out Boogie. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't matter. Have a good day.
You don't matter. Meanwhile, he's spurging out over the course of like 12 hours because he made a throwaway comment on his stream about him. Oh, dude. Oh, no. It is a terrible look. And he is reaching for insults that I just don't think are going to hit home. I don't think Turkey Tom is going to care about any of this. Commentary cabal sucking each other off. I mean, what? Listen, if you think me saying this is an insane spurg out that makes him like look like a lolcow is sweeping or covering for Turkey Tom, I don't know what to tell you, bro. What do you mean? What, you want me to look at this and go, no, FroggyFresh has got a point, actually?
Okay, that's wonderful.
What are you on
But
about,
how do I
dude?
make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the super chat. So yeah, I don't know, man. It just feels very sad that this guy has chosen the path of self-raping. So anyway, there we go. So that is his response there. And then he had another response to this, of course, alongside all the other tweets he was doing. Here's the last thing I have to say in all seriousness. If I streamed or did some commentary and came across a video where Tom was brought up, I wouldn't have paused and interjected that I think he's not very original or talented or just grifts. But what Tom was saying was relevant to the context of what he was talking about. He was talking about the marketing or something to do with Creator Clash and criticizing iDubbbz for having a poor marketing strategy. That's not the same as just pausing a video and going, this guy's irrelevant when you get brought up. Like, if someone, you know, I don't know, if there was a video about Turkey Tom and someone said, well, the great thing about Turkey Tom is he does everything himself. He does his own research. He writes his own scripts. He does everything himself. You might pause it and go, well, that's not true. He doesn't actually do everything himself. He's got a team of people. He's got editors, da-da-da-da, right? That would be a relevant interjection. But if there was a video about Turkey Tom and you paused it and just went, well, he's a fucking loser, isn't he? He's a total retard loser freak. Just a grifter, not original. You look like a nutter. You look like a crazy person who's just got an absolute fucking hate boner for this person. Why? Because we had a positive rapport. I'm not a disrespectful prick. And this is like the third or fourth time it's happened. In fairness, if those clips were of Tom talking loads of shit, I would understand more maybe this happening. But I don't know. I would presume it's probably the similar thing where there's a contextually relevant point being made about him and he just doesn't like it because it bruises his ego, you know? So all the grifting commentary channels and your orbiters, suck my dick. There's only one good commentary channel on YouTube and he does everything on his own and it's funnier than all the commentary titans current and past. This guy's story during Creator Clash would not have gotten out there in the way that it did if it wasn't for these commentary channels that he's now shitting on. I don't think that he's got an eternal allegiance. I don't think he's got like an eternal allegiance to the commentary people or something like that. But it's so crazy that he's like turning face and getting so angry and fucking seething about this and pressed about this over such a minimal thing. And now he's like lashing out against everyone. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me that he's getting so upset to the point of lashing out at everyone when it's these people that he's now lashing out against that led to his story being exposed to the level that it was, you know? I mean, Keemstar was talking about this. You know, there were spaces that were happening where he was invited in and stuff like that. Just seems like such a crazy thing to kind of blow all that over for, because TurkeyTom called you irrelevant in a short clip when he was making a broader point about iDubbbz. Very, very odd behavior. I would honestly love to see Ian do a documentary on Tom in person. Tom is such a hard-on for someone he's never spoken to, so I'd love to see them meet in person and Tom bend the knee to Ian, because it would 100% happen. At least me and Ian know we don't like each other and it's been consistent. I'd rather know someone hates me than have someone pretend to like me and be disrespectful over and over. What has Tom said about this guy? What? Dude. My understanding is Tom thought it was shit that he was getting fucked over a creator clash, right? So he spoke out in support of him, went with this sign, did some sort of, protest, and was friendly towards him in some respect. And that was it. And then he's made a couple of comments criticising iDubbbz, I guess, over the relevancy of him for promotional purposes. This is like bizarre. It's totally bizarre that he's spurging out to this level. And also, here's the other thing as well. Here's the last thing I have to say in all seriousness, right? Right. I had to double check the times. 12:17 a.m. UK time, that is. Right? Okay? Here's the last thing I have to say in all seriousness. And then he comes back again at 6:17 a.m. hours later with another thing that he says. He can't help himself. Jesus Christ. Oh. That's rough to see. That is rough. Here's the last thing I have to say. Comes back hours later to repeat as the other guy with a hard-on. I mean, I counted 13 vids about Ian and just stopped counting. He's talked about me several times. Times I've talked about him before last night, 0, and you all melt down. Has Tom talked about FroggyFresh that much? Like, to any length? What would he have made content on FroggyFresh about? He's done nothing for the past few months since, like, Creator Clash. I think he's got some sort of mental disorder. I don't think that there's something wrong with this dude. You don't act like this normally. This is insane behavior. Tom has talked about it a handful of times. It's just rent-free on his head and repeat. Dude. And now he's responding to this. Look, hey, this person follows me. They may only have 236 followers, but they're relevant. They're relevant now I follow them, okay? So again, you've been searching YouTube for hours, going through all of Tom's content, obsessively looking for anything you can use to attack him on Twitter, but again, he's the one that's upset and has a hard-on here. Brother, that took me 10 seconds to see how obsessed he was. Wait. Obsessed? Okay, dude. Multiple videos about a famous YouTuber spread out over a period of time. I don't think it demonstrates obsession. What to me more fucking demonstrates obsession is having a 12-hour-long spurg out sesh on Twitter where you repeatedly post the same image again and again because you're obsessed with the idea that it proves something about the situation. The media tab of this guy shows obsession, not making a bunch of videos about a trending issue. Anyone who's backing Froggy in this specific situation is retarded. Well, yeah, but people will do it because obviously it's against the commentary cabal. So I think some people will use this as an opportunity to fucking shit on TurkeyTom, which, you know, listen. I'm all for it. Bring the content, I say. Okay. Let's go. We need some more drama. Anyway, you get the idea. Very cringe behavior from this dude. Very cringe. He's come up with this narrative that because TurkeyTom has made a couple of throwaway comments about him, he's some sort of insane snake. Which I just don't see it. Has anyone got his response?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
What did I miss? Good morning, fellow logics.
Hey! Thank you for the $3. Does anyone have a link they can post to my Discord? I want to see Tom's response, just so I can tie this off today. But yeah, no, dude, this is very, very cringe. Very cringe behavior. Dude, he's literally having like a backwards and forwards argument with this Monk FM guy. Oh, it's privated. Okay, I'll have to wait, I guess, till he comes out with it. That's all right. It'll probably be out soon. Anyway, guys, I mean, we got a bit of his response, I guess. We'll fix it in post. But yeah, he's literally arguing with anyone that will do it here. Absolutely insane behavior.